And the aim was to look at risk of asthma hospital admissions and emergency room visits in relation to ambient air pollution and how that's modified by exposure near the subject's residential location. Our particular interest is in primary air pollutants, for example, traffic-related air pollution, and different kinds of organic aerosols that were estimated by my colleague, Dr. Kleeman at UC Davis.
So our goal in this project was to try to provide estimates of exposure to air pollution in ways that measurements can't really provide. And so we were trying to predict size fractions and chemical components that aren't routinely measured as a way to try to get at, a first estimate of exposure to these things to see if any of them are significantly associated. In some ways, it's a little bit speculative. If we would find anything, we would want to go back and verify it with measurements and more rigorous studies. But this was a little bit of a fishing expedition, if you want to call it that.
In the study, we found that the relationship between ambient air pollutants, particularly the ones that are associated with fossil fuel combustion, were more strongly associated with risk of asthma admissions and ED visits among subjects who live near high traffic density areas than subjects who live in less traffic density areas. So this was really the first time this had ever been seen in an asthma population. Most studies simply look at the relationship between ambient air pollution and risk of hospital admission or emergency room visits. So this was a clue that something is going on at the residential location.
So moving forward in the future, we'll definitely be testing the latest models for secondary organic aerosol formation. There have been many advances in recent years, and we think that that's going to be improving our predictions of that. We also think that the spatial resolution can be improved, and so our estimates right now are based on 4-kilometer spatial resolution, and we believe that we can go to 1 kilometer over these high population areas, high density population areas, which hopefully will give us better estimates of exposure as well.